Welcome back to another deep dive into the world of the bold and the beautiful, where the drama never stops and the fashion world is always on the edge of a scandal. Today, we're talking about Katie Logan's bold moves at her new venture, Logan Designs, or whatever she's calling it these days. If you've been following the show, you know that Katie, played by the incredible Heather Tom, has been shaking things up big time. She's not just dipping her toes back into the fashion industry, she's diving head first. And her first major splash was hiring Eric Forrester, portrayed by the legendary John McCook, as her lead designer. This isn't just a hire, it's a statement. Eric, the patriarch of Forrester Creations, jumping ship to work with Katie? That's the kind of plot twist that sends shockwaves through the entire Forrester family and beyond. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Katie's ambitions go far beyond snagging one designer, even if it's Eric. To build a successful fashion house, she needs a full team. Models strutting down the runway, artists sketching innovative designs, seamstresses bringing those visions to life, marketing experts to hype the brand, and so much more. It's a massive undertaking, and Katie's not one to do things halfway. She's got the drive, the connections, and let's face it, the Spencer money backing her up through her husband, Bill. So the big question on everyone's mind, and mine too, is how many people will she poach from Forrester Creations? We've already seen Eric make the move, but that's just the beginning. I predict a talent exodus that could leave Forrester reeling. Imagine the scene. Forrester Creations, once the undisputed king of couture, suddenly facing a rival right in their backyard. Katie's not playing nice, she's strategic. She knows the ins and outs of the industry, having been intertwined with the Forresters for years through marriages, rivalries, and everything in between. Hiring from Forrester isn't just about talent, it's about sending a message. I'm here to compete, and I'm taking your best with me. But it's not all from Forrester. Katie's smart enough to look outside, bringing in fresh faces or even enemies of the Forresters to spice things up. These shockers could be outsiders with grudges or untapped potential that the Forresters overlooked. As Katie ramps up her staffing, the tension builds. By the time it's all said and done, the Forresters might be left stunned, scrambling to rebuild, while Logan rises like a phoenix. Let's break this down further. Eric's hire is groundbreaking, but Katie needs diversity in her team. She'll need junior designers to handle emerging trends, photographers for campaigns, PR specialists to manage the buzz, and even interns to keep the energy fresh. Each hire could be a domino falling, creating ripples of drama. For instance, if she pulls in someone like a former Forrester intern who's now blossomed into a star, that could ignite old jealousies. Or what about hiring international talent? The Bold and the Beautiful has always had a global flair, with characters jetting off to Milan or Paris. Katie could tap into that, bringing in European models or Asian-inspired designers to differentiate Logan from Forrester's traditional American glamour. Moreover, think about the logistics. Starting a fashion house from scratch means Katie has to consider everything from supply chains for fabrics to digital marketing strategies. She's not just hiring people, she's building an ecosystem. And with Eric at the helm, his experience will attract others. People who've admired Eric's work for decades might jump at the chance to collaborate with him in a new environment, free from the Forrester family politics. But this freedom comes at a cost: loyalty tests, family feuds, and perhaps even legal battles over non-compete clauses. The show loves those courtroom dramas, doesn't it? I can already picture Ridge storming into Katie's office, demanding explanations. As we speculate, remember that The Bold and the Beautiful thrives on these interpersonal conflicts. Katie's hires aren't just professional decisions, they're personal bombshells. Each new employee could reopen old wounds or create new alliances. For instance, if Katie hires someone who's had a fling with a Forrester in the past, cue the jealousy plots. Or if she brings in a whistleblower type who's fed up with Forrester's ethics, that could expose secrets. The possibilities are endless, and that's what makes this storyline so addictive. Stay tuned as we explore more potential hires and the shockwaves they'll send. The Secret Logan Fashion Show on Bold and the Beautiful, Eric Forrester's ultimate betrayal. Shifting gears, let's talk about the secrecy surrounding Eric and Katie's partnership. Right now, on The Bold and the Beautiful, Eric and Katie are gearing up to make magic at Logan, but not everyone's thrilled. Donna Logan, played by Jennifer Garris, is particularly uneasy. She's Eric's wife, after all, and the idea of him secretly designing for Katie, her own sister, feels like a betrayal on multiple levels. They're keeping it under wraps for now, building anticipation like a pressure cooker. But secrets in soap operas have a way of exploding at the worst possible moments. I suspect the grand reveal will happen at Logan's first fashion show. Picture it: glamorous lights, pulsing music, models gliding down the runway in Eric's creations. Then boom! Eric steps out as the mastermind behind it all. That moment will send Brooke and Ridge into absolute chaos. Brooke, Katie's sister and Ridge's on-again, off-again love, will feel personally stabbed in the back. Ridge, Eric's son and the creative force at Forrester, might see it as the ultimate disloyalty. How dare his father defect to the competition? It's not just business, it's family. But Eric's reveal won't be the only jaw-dropping. Katie's other hires will amplify the drama. These aren't random picks, they're calculated to maximize impact. Some might be current Forrester staffers tempted by better offers or recognition. Others could be high-profile defections, like a top model or marketing whiz. And then there are the outsiders, perhaps enemies of the Forresters, like disgruntled ex-employees or rivals from other firms. Katie might even hire consultants who've clashed with Ridge in the past, adding fuel to the fire. As Katie ramps up her staffing, the tension builds. By the time it's all said and done, the Forresters might be left stunned, scrambling to rebuild, while Logan rises like a phoenix. Delving deeper, Eric's move is a betrayal in the eyes of many, but let's examine why it's good for him. Eric's been sidelined at Forrester, treated like a relic rather than the genius he is. Katie offers respect, autonomy, and a fresh start. For Katie, it's a coup. Eric's name alone lends credibility to Logan. Their collaboration could produce groundbreaking designs, blending Eric's classic elegance with Katie's modern edge. But the betrayal stings hardest for Brooke and Ridge because it hits home. Brooke's history with Eric is complicated, full of past affairs and family ties. Ridge, always the golden boy, might feel abandoned. This storyline echoes classic soap tropes: forbidden alliances, hidden agendas, and explosive reveals. The Bold and the Beautiful has mastered this, drawing from real fashion world rivalries, like those between Versace and Gucci. In the show, the fashion show isn't just about clothes, it's about power. If Eric's designs outshine Forrester's, it could shift the industry's balance. And with Donna in the mix, torn between loyalty to her husband and her family, the emotional layers thicken. Moreover, consider the logistics to the show. Katie and Eric will be working tirelessly, sketching late into the night, selecting fabrics, and scouting locations. The secrecy adds thrill: sneaky meetings, coded conversations. When the reveal hits, it's not just shock, it's catharsis. Viewers have been waiting for Eric to reclaim his spotlight, and this could be it. But for Brooke and Ridge, it's devastation. Their reactions could lead to confrontations, alliances breaking, and new romances forming in the fallout. This is soap opera gold. Katie Logan's staffing strategy: recruiting Forrester Creations talent on B&B. Hiring Eric is indeed the tip of the iceberg, as I mentioned earlier. Katie's vision for Logan requires a robust team, and she's not afraid to raid Forrester's talent pool. To succeed, she needs designers, but also pattern makers, tailors, buyers, and executives. Each role is crucial, and Katie's strategy seems to focus on quality over quantity at first. But as Logan grows, expect a hiring spree that could deplete Forrester's ranks. We know Eric's addition will cause a ruckus, but the other hires, they'll stir the pot even more. Some might be mid-level staffers who felt undervalued at Forrester, jumping for better pay or recognition. Others could be high-profile defections, like a top model or marketing whiz. And then there are the outsiders, perhaps enemies of the Forresters, like disgruntled ex-employees or rivals from other firms. Katie might even hire consultants who've clashed with Ridge in the past, adding fuel to the fire. This staffing strategy is savvy. By recruiting from Forrester, Katie gains instant expertise and weakens her competition. It's like chess. Each move positions her for checkmate. But it's risky. Lawsuits, family feuds, public scandals. The Forresters won't take it lying down. Expect retaliation, perhaps in the form of counteroffers or smear campaigns. Steffi, in particular, with her fierce protectiveness, could lead the charge. Expanding on this, let's think about the types of talent Katie needs. For couture, like Eric's, she'll want experienced artisans, skilled in hand beading and custom fittings. For marketing, someone with social media savvy to go viral. Models?